Continue our community connection tonight in Hernando County. Throughout the day, we have been putting a spotlight on Spring Hill and all of its hidden gems. Frank Wiley is live at the Nature Coast Botanical Gardens in Spring Hill.
Yeah, and Frank, this evening we are uncovering a troubling trend for Florida's famous sea cows in the area.
Unfortunate situation, guys, and I really want to set the scene for what we're talking about. Drive about an hour and a half north of Tampa. Many folks out here living along the rivers and springs with nature in their backyard, right? But we have now learned 5 manatees have turned up dead in just 36 days along the Mud River in Spring Hill. Compare that to the year before, just 1 manatee died in the county. 10 Investigates Jen Titus is on the Mud River with an explanation of why, and I want to warn you, the images you're about to see may be hard to watch.
Those we spoke to along the Mud River say they were saddened to see the dead manatees, but they weren't surprised. They tell me they knew this would happen, and that's why they are demanding things change here along the river. For neighbors Lucas Johns,
if you stand here long enough, you'll spot them.
Lynn Herrick,
You can tell it's them because there will be circles in the water.
and Stephanie Kozich.
Every time I see a manatee, I'm amazed.
Life along the river is better when the wildlife come out to play. But these neighbors say the play on the river has become too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 manatees dead, one of them pregnant with a calf, all in just a little over a month.
There isn't any seagrass, there isn't any food. As it turned out, that was how the manatees died.
Necropsy reports obtained by 10 Investigates shows all the manatees died with macroalgae in their gastrointestinal tract. Florida Fish and Wildlife officers believe the sudden diet shift gave them a GI issue.
They're going to eat what they can find. The Weeki Wachee has all but been depleted of its eelgrass. I've been here my entire life and I've never seen anything like that. And I found myself looking around going, what has changed?
They say what has changed is the number of people using the rivers. They say Airbnbs popping up along the Weeki Wachee and mud rivers means more people and more boats are using the waterways.
And it's the Wild West. You have little 1-2 bedroom homes with 10 and 11 beds. That's 10 or 11 kayaks or possibly boats. Boats full of people coming through here that we didn't have before.
Which they believe is causing the manatees to move over to the Mud River, looking for food because there's little to no seagrass along the Weeki Wachee.
Their food source has been destroyed over there, so they're coming over here.
According to FWC's website, propeller scarring can cause damage to seagrass beds.
There's so many rules that are on the books that are not being enforced.
Manatees feed on the seagrass.
The concerns over the manatee deaths were also a topic of discussion at a February County Commission meeting.
There's definitely overuse issues with these rivers.
The Weeki Wachee takes all the water out here.
County Commissioner John Alaco agreed to talk with us.
We want there to be the ability for these two groups to be able to both spend time on the river, right? And we want to protect the endangered species, the manatee. I believe that the only way we're really going to be able to do that is to enact a no-wake zone. And the no-wake zone would be fine if we could get it there. It's going to take education. But then on the other end of it is how do we get the enforcement on the river?
Both the commissioner and those who live here say enforcement is key, but they rarely see patrols out on the water.
You call the sheriff's department and you say, hey, the people are flying out here. By the time they get here, it's gone.
The Hernando County Sheriff's Office tells us they are budgeted for just 3 Marine deputies.
I would love to see Florida Fish and Wildlife get the resources they need to be able to do more enforcement on these rivers.
And the commissioner there says with the extra enforcement would mean more education, educating those who come to use the river so these waterways are protected for years to come. In Spring Hill tonight, Jennifer Titus, 10 Investigates.
Protection from years to come. I want to show you this chart right here that we're talking about. It shows you how much seagrass is dying in Weeki Wachee. Now get this, between 2016 and 2020, the Southwest Florida Water Management District says there was a loss of more than 230 acres. Now, the neighbors that we spoke with, that you just heard from, they tell us they'd like to see seagrass replanting out there because of the issues that we're having. It's happening in Citrus County on Crystal River, but there are also a lot of people out there saying there's no point because people don't follow the signs and they don't pay attention to the rules.